All right, I just wanted to shed some light on this tragic case. Sentencing just happened a couple of days ago. On March 18th. So basically, what happened was I don't even want to call her a mom for real, but mom in Ohio left her 16-month-old daughter in her crib. She left her in her crib with no food, unattended, nobody left in the house with her for 10 days. For 10 days. And you think, where the hell was she at for 10 days? Where did she go for 10 days? Like I said, it's happening in Ohio. Where did she go for 10 days? Puerto Rico, Detroit, little vacation. Nothing crazy. Just a little vacation with a 16-month-old in a crib by herself, unable to fend for herself, unable to survive. So yeah, when she came back after 10 days, her daughter was dead. She had died covered in her own urine, her own feces. Tried to eat it because she had no other choice. And the worst part about it is they said in court that according to the doctors, when they analyzed the body, that she hadn't been dead for long. Probably within a day or so. So that means for probably like 8 days. For like 8 days, she suffered and she struggled and she fought internally to survive. And for 8 days, 9 days, her mom could have done anything. Made a simple phone call, came back, anything, and she would have had a chance to survive. But instead, she didn't care. And what was her reasoning? Mental health, of course. Now, I take mental health very seriously. I think it's something to very, but this is no excuse. Like, you can't blame mental health on this. Like, and if you were depressed, if you was having a meltdown, anxiety break, or whatever it is, I personally feel like you gotta make sacrifices of some things. Like, you can't go on vacation, and even if you're going to, cool, take your daughter somewhere. If you to the point where you can't raise a kid, even, you'll be better off giving your child up for adoption. I know so much tragedies and bad things happen up in the system, in the adoption system and all of that, but still, at least you giving somebody a fighting chance. Leaving a 16-month-old in a crib for 10 days unattended is not a fighting chance. 10 times out of 10, they gonna end up with the same result that happened to this young baby. So she ended up getting sentenced to life with no parole. Life with no parole. But y'all should check out the full article. But I mean, it was crazy. The judge said it seemed like she had no remorse. No remorse at all. Let me see. I'm trying to find some of the statements she said. So, hold on. So she said, when they asked her how it's possible for a mother to abandon a 16-month-old baby in a house unattended for 10 days to go on vacation, she said, The answer is a bit difficult for the rest of the world to understand, and in particular for the people who question and point out that I have committed a diabolical act. Well, yeah, that's exactly what you did. She said, as was mentioned in court, I gave my testimony. I took the blame for my actions. I was experiencing emotional stress. From there, she reflected on the stresses that were in her life. She talked about her relationship with the girl's father and how that was causing her depression and anxiety. And through all of this, blaming it on her anxiety, her depression, leaving for 10 days to go on vacation. Her name is the mom's name is Candelario, something like that. She insisted that she continuously said, my daughters have always been everything, my whole world to me. And she said her deceased daughter, Jalen, she said, Jalen is always in my heart and is with me wherever I go. With you wherever you go. Nah, there's no way I'm sitting in court and hearing you say, as a judge, you telling me she's with me wherever I go, when she could have physically been with you. She could have physically been with you and she would still be alive now. But she's with me wherever I go. She could have physically been with you. Or just, you know what? My question is, do y'all think, please leave a comment, do y'all think everyone deserves to be a parent? Like, is everybody deserving? Like, you carry a baby, moms, fathers, whatever the situation is. You carry a baby, you with someone that's carrying a baby for 9 months, whatever. Let's say you're excited to have this baby. But maybe you just mentally or physically inadequate of properly raising a child. Do y'all think everybody deserves a fair chance? Now, I know CPS and the government and stuff, sometimes they'll take people's children away. They'll take custody. The government will take custody. They'll place the kid under government custody, under the state. But at what point, like, do y'all think that's ever right? Do y'all think that's ever fair? Do you think it should never be intervened with? Like, that's the parent. If not, if you think it should be a point where, okay, maybe y'all prove that you're not adequate, at what point should CPS be stepping in or the state should be stepping in to take this child away? Do we wait till something like this, something this tragic happens? Because at this point, I mean, there's no child to take away. Apparently the mom has another daughter, an older daughter. So there's that. But do we look for signs during pregnancy? Do we go based off of history before? I know some, realistically, having a child changes some people's actions. And really for the good or bad. I've seen it both ways, or I've heard of it both ways. Somebody that can't do nothing right, you have a child and they get it together. But do we risk that all the time? At what point do we have extra attention placed on this child and the parent? At what point do we not allow the parent to make all these decisions for the child? Because something like this can happen. Parents leave their kids in the car still. No matter how many times you hear about kids dying in cars. You even hear about pets dying in cars, and they make a huge thing about that. And then it goes viral, and somehow people still leave their children in the car, and they die in the heat. And the car off, and they die. So at what point? are we evaluating the parents? Like, are we evaluating parents enough at all? Like, and I'm not saying I'm the perfect parent, but if it was an evaluation that I needed to do to keep my son, I'm gonna make sure I do it. I'm gonna make sure I do it, and I guarantee you, I'm gonna pass. However, whatever it is, but I just want to know, like, what do y'all think? Please leave comments. Let me know. Let me know. Do you think everyone deserves to have a child? Deserves to actually raise their own child? Should there be more strenuous evaluation before the birth of a child? Before you're able to take a child home? What should that look like? Please let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna drop the full link to this to the article for this story in the comments as well. So y'all could, if you want to go read the whole article yourself, do that. They also have the full court case of the sentencing on there. Like I said, she did end up getting sentenced to life without parole for aggravated murder of her 16-month-old daughter. This was a tragic case. Hopefully we don't hear too much more, or hopefully not that we don't hear it, but hopefully not too many more incidents like this happen throughout this year. We still early in the year. This actually happened last summer, but hopefully things just get better, because this is insane.